All right, so for a problem like 39, it gives you the suspension bridge towers. Okay, and it tells you, gives you the following pieces of information. So it tells you that 69 feet across, 140 feet high. This point down here represents the origin 0, 0. And this point here would be 138 and 0. And so what it's asking you basically is what's the equation for this, assuming, again, if you were assuming that this was your coordinate plane right here, and this was your graph.
I have a question that doesn't have to do with this. The quiz, where you have to do corrections, right? How did you do that?
No.
I asked you that later.
It was a battle I didn't want to keep fighting. So I'm not doing corrections with you guys anymore. What do you think it means? It means something different to each person.
I know you're not doing corrections, but like, is that bad for us?
Was I putting you guys down?
What?
Is that what it?
Yeah.
Is it bad for you with respect to grades or understanding of material?
With the respect to grade.
It doesn't. No. Understanding material, yes.
Let me still do corrections.
Yeah. All right. So for problem 39, so here's kind of the setup. And they give you coordinates that represent the heights. And so this distance here is 138 feet. So the tip of this suspension tower is halfway between that, or at 69 feet. The height is 140 feet high. And it asks you to create an absolute value function that represents this V shape. Okay, so the basic function form is y equals a times the absolute value of x minus h plus k. There still seems to be some confusion as to what these values mean. Okay, remember, h, k, the coordinates hk, that's just your vertex. So what is the vertex in this diagram? Highest point right here. So what that means is your h value is 69, your k value is 140. So even without having to think through anything, you get this portion of your equation done. X minus our h value 69 plus our k value 140. So you should have at least that much of it completed. Right now, the only thing left to identify is the a value. Now, remember, the a is the shrink and stretch factor. It also gives you the reflection. And so the fact that this V opens down tells us, is A going to be positive or negative? Okay, so, oops. If the V opens up, you have a positive A. If the V opens down, you have a negative A. So once again, we know regarding this material, we know that there's going to be a negative value. And the other thing that A does, so that's the reflection part of it. The other part of A is the shrink stretch factor, which for absolute value and linear equations happens to be the slope. Okay? So A is the slope as well. And now the slope extends both up and down. So you don't even need to worry about the sign of the slope. All you need to worry about is rise over run. Okay, so when you look at this, the easiest thing to do is to go from point 0, 0. This has a rise of what? 140. And a run of, so just put a rise of 140 over 69. And that gives you the whole equation to answer that question.